All right, getting set for game one here in Allen, Texas, alongside starting goaltender tonight and winning goaltender back on Sunday, Rico DiMatteo. First off, congrats, Rico, your first ECHL win and the first win in affiliated hockey for you. Probably nice not facing 50-plus shots in this game. You faced 35, you stopped 32, and all but one at 5-on-5, and you got the win. Just overall, how'd you feel on Sunday?
Felt pretty good. Definitely the monkey off the back to get the first win, so it was definitely a sigh of relief just to get it done, and overall felt good. I think a little less shots, you don't feel as in the zone, but I was really happy with just getting the win.
So you like facing like 56 in your first game. You kind of like that just to be able to see consistent pucks.
Yeah, sometimes it's easier to see more than less. Definitely from a mental perspective, when things are just being thrown at you, it's easier. You don't have time to think or rest, really, and sometimes that's nice, and it's not nice sometimes the other way. So,
well, for Utah, for example, you had 2 breakaways in the first, like 3 shots you faced. What are you thinking at the start of the game?
Well, I like similar mindset to what I just said. Not a lot of time to think after puck drop. Two good opportunities against me, and it's all about starting on time. Really, just happy. I think that those were probably my 2 biggest saves in the game, and just happy with setting the tone that way and settling in from there.
Yeah, when someone has a breakaway, coming down on you, are you trying to read their eyes, their stick? What are you looking at?
It's definitely you're using all your senses. You're using your periphery and your eyes, but mainly you're focused on the puck. Maybe you'll catch a glimpse of where the guy's looking and also where the stick blade is pointing. And ultimately, if a guy makes a good shot, you got to tip your cap, but just lucky enough to get a piece of both those.
What was it like just being a part of that game? It was the end of a losing streak, kind of a get-off-the-schneid game in a lot of ways. Like Klotzy scores his first goal in forever. Davey gets a hat trick to finish his incredible month of January. We outshot an opponent for the first time in a while, get a whole bunch of shots, and made life easier for you in net. What was it like being part of that whole game as a team?
Definitely a change of mindset. We really haven't played with the lead a ton, at least since I've been here, and it was really nice. And we honestly had to put our foot on the gas and protect a little bit. We weren't pushing at the end. We were protecting. We faced a 6-on-5 and a 6-on-4 for a little bit. So just seeing those different situations was really cool. And I really do think we have the personnel and the opportunity to be a team that should play with the lead very often. So we should get used to that.
Yeah, what's that feeling like just for the confidence of the team to know you can play a game like that and you get that win before coming here on the road for 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, we just hope to snowball that energy. It really did feel like a monkey off the back, not just for me, but I think for the rest of the squad too. So all we can try to do is replicate that same energy and bring it into Allen and try to keep it going.
You talked to a TV reporter a couple of weeks ago, Noah on Coda, and you said like your favorite saves are the ones where you're seeing the puck the whole way. They're not the flashy ones, but you track the puck the entire way. How was that part of your game on Sunday?
It was fine. I wouldn't say it's the best it's been this year, but it's a good sign when you don't have your A stuff, but you can still get the job done and still have good moments. And that's the part of the game I really want to get better at is just consistency. And it's impossible to have your A stuff every single night, but I hope that my B stuff is good enough to win. And sometimes you do need your team to put up 6 goals to get that done, and I'm just lucky they did that night.
I had a goalie earlier in the year tell me my favorite save is the one with no rebound. How true is that?
That's very true. The one you see clean and you control and you feel like you're in full control of the game. I agree with that.
You had your parents in the building for all 3 games, and they saw you get that first ECHL win on Sunday. What was that experience like?
It was great. Definitely emotional for them. They've, been through my whole journey, ups and downs. It hasn't always been pretty. Just seeing a positive moment like that was definitely emotional and really, really great having them there.
They got back home A-OK. They had more snow back in northern New York than we did back in South Dakota. How'd they enjoy their trip out here?
They liked it. They made their way up to Mount Rushmore, which I think was a bucket list for them. My dad loves U.S. history, so it was definitely a treat. And just, soaking in the different landscape, too, and the history the area has to offer was great for them.
I mean, I know the north country of New York is pretty sparse, as is western South Dakota. Have you noticed any differences, similarities in living here in Rapid City?
Yeah, definitely a lot of similarities. People are just nice overall, small community feel, and I think that does allow me to just be comfortable. Big city vibe is definitely not the energy that I'm used to, so coming to a smaller area with a small community that feels tight is really nice.
You also got engaged recently. How's that life treating you?
It's been great. A little bit of stress planning a wedding, but we're a team, and I'm just so glad that we were able to get that done, and just looking forward to the future with her.
What was the conversation like, leaving Pensacola and getting the opportunity to come up here with Jeremy Gates, who used to coach us a couple of years ago as an assistant? What were those conversations like with him getting the call?
Jeremy Gates is an unbelievable coach, in my opinion. Just amazing handling the situation the way he did. I was fortunate enough to get off to a good start in Pensacola, and that was all really. He gave me an opportunity, and I ran with it. And then when Smith called Jeremy, he was open ears and was honest with me and really wanted me to take this opportunity because he was looking out for my best interests and wanted me to get my feet wet in this league and just to see what I can do. So it's really nice when someone like that believes in you.
How have you grown your game and gotten better since coming here?
Just the level of play. First week or so, the pace is a little bit different. Guys are a little bit sharper out there. So it's really nice practicing with a guy like Murph, too, just seeing his habits and how serious he takes it. So you get a sense there's a different level and seriousness of pro when you watch guys like that inspires me and also allows me to learn from him and just improve my game. So, I can't underplay how big that's been for me.
Did you know Murph growing up in New York?
I didn't know Murph. I knew of him when we played in the CCHL. I didn't play a ton the year he was in the CCHL, but I was able to watch him a few times and kind of watch his growth and his path through college. And it's really cool that our paths meet here.
All right. You and Murph are one of a few imports that go into the CCHL. You played, of course, similar years, but you're probably one of the only junior hockey players who lived and played in a different country. Right. Like your parents were your billet parents, half an hour across the border to Cornwall, and you played for the Cornwall Colts. What was it like crossing the border every single day?
It was unique. Like you said, not a lot of people can say that, but it was really cool and it was really nice just geographically how it worked out. Super comfortable being at home, and most guys that's the first taste they get of leaving home and being on their own. And yeah, they might live with billet families, but making breakfast for you and making dinner for you every night, that's what my parents were still doing, and I was super lucky. I got to delay that independence for a little bit, and that in a way helped my habits and allowed me to narrow my focus on hockey, which really helped me.
I know a couple other teammates also roomed with your parents, right?
Yeah, we had my second year, we had two U.S. guys live with us, which really helped with just visas and stuff like that, which the coach really pleaded with my parents to have them do, so they begrudgingly said yes, and we had a blast that year. It was kind of like we'd get home and we were in a very small town, but we made it our own and we loved it. And one of my favorite years of hockey for sure.
All right, so we got a big series coming up, just a big road trip in general with two teams who we're facing directly up to right now in Allen and Wichita coming up. What are your keys for this series?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for us, I think, is energy. If we bring the same energy we had Game 3 in Utah, where we have confidence, a little bit of swagger, and I think that hopefully will give us a chip on our shoulder and stun Allen in this building.
All right, last thing. Rico Suave is a Hannah Montana character when we had growing up. Yep. You got this nickname pretty recently. Who gave it to you?
Klotzy. So I really never had a nickname before, but Klotzy has been calling me Suave, and it's kind of sticking with some of the guys, and I don't mind it. It's my first nickname, so it's cool.
All right, good luck tonight, Rico. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Corey.